Good evening, everybody. I'm Charniele and I am running to be your next Congresswoman. My family came here when I was 11 years old. My father is a member of the armed forces. He was in the Army and is a retired colonel. I grew up in Northern Virginia. It's my home and went to George Mason University, actually. I want you all to know, some of you do that and some of you don't, that at the age of 16, my mother and I became homeless. I lived 6 months in a shelter. Let me tell you, that takes a toll on anyone, and especially a child who is trying to complete school. I was one of the lucky ones. There was a state program that called STEP that got me to George Mason University. There I studied economics because I wanted to understand why in the economy that I lived in Northern Virginia was I and so many others struggling. From George Mason University, I started to be an advocate. I worked with an organization called Social Action Linking Together. We got the Homeless Intervention Protection Act passed in Virginia. My first job was as a VISTA volunteer. I worked at Good Shepherd Housing and Family Services on Route 1, helping the very families that were just like mine. Went to law school at Catholic University. And in 2009, I ran for the House of Delegates, and that's where I serve right now. I have a proven record, and this record is this. I stand up against the opposition when it's extreme and not good for our families. I stood up on the House floor in 2012 and arranged for our fight against bills that would attack women's private health care choices. I led on that issue, and I am proud to have led on that issue, and the reason why is that it actually laid the platform for us to continue our progressive values that we cherish so much. Our privacy, our families, making sure that we have good schools for our children. In Congress, I want to continue that fight for you. There is a conversation going on right now that we can increase our revenues in this country on the backs of our students who are trying to get their education. That is no way to grow our economy. That is no way to make our students competitive. They need to, when they complete school, to have a leg up, not start behind. Well, yes, thank you. I'm glad you agree. And also on H.R. 7 that has just passed the House, that again, attacking a woman's privacy rights. This is very important, and it's important for men too, because a woman's privacy is something that is important because typically the women who are your partners in life, you know what? They need to be able to do their family planning, and they need to also have equal pay. A woman's work is just the same as a man's, and we need to have equal pay. So I want to, yes. So I look forward to working with you. I hope that you join my campaign and vote. I ask that you vote for me on June 10th. Thank you so much.